subscribe for more videos.
Welcome back, everybody, to some more EU4 as the Kongo. It is 1679. The clock's tick-tock ticking on us. We gotta really pick up the pace here, like a lot. How are we doing on naval force limit? We're way over our force limit by a mega margin. We do have some cash. Could we maybe upgrade our capacity to have ships? There is this one, right? Yes, this one is, that doesn't come up till level 24, but this one is $100 a piece, gives us 2 force limit for each one of these that we drop down. So let's do a bunch of spending here and get some of these on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another 12, 14 ships, or 14 naval limit up. So that'll help. That'll help get the naval limit properly up to its number. We're on our way up to 182, so we're 50 behind on the force limit. That's not stupid expensive. Oh, it's $17. That's not cheap at all. We have a reform to work on here, or to choose. I don't think there's much as far as options for us. Dynastic rule, which would give diplomatic reputation up and yearly traditional Republican tradition down. This allows elections as consort, allows royal marriage. Elections only occur when ruler dies. Well, that's interesting. Does that change our absolutism thing? If we were to do that, so the yearly Republican tradition is dropped slightly, so we would still be gaining Republican tradition at about a 0.5 per year-ish. Military principle, which one is that? Oh, yeah. Separation, absolutism. Winning wars grants Republican tradition. Yeah, so we're boosting a Republican tradition every time we bop one of these guys, but that could be worth changing soon. Military, diplo, and admin policies are the option there. If we had innovativeness or enlightenment, we could go with this, which does separatism down. This one does the separatism by -5 years, which is nice. But it's hurting a Republican tradition. Now, if we had a ruler for life, the absolutism could keep going up, which would be something of value. And we'd have diplomatic reputation higher. And we could do royal marriages. We'd stop cycling leaders. So if that's what we were going to do, I would want to have a leader who is way better than this. And younger. Younger, possibly. We'll see. We won't do... Oh, man. Otherwise, all we're doing here is giving a... What are we doing? Morale of armies, 10 plus 10%, and manpower recovery speed. You know, let's go with the manpower recovery speed. Oh, wait a second. This costs us how much to change? Oh, only 50 reform. Only costs us 50 government reform to shuffle these guys, huh? And that's part of my max absolutism. I don't know. What else could we possibly want to remove? Yearly absolutism, max absolutism, way high. Election costs, lower. War economy, ship cost, regiment cost, and war tax. Let's see. Yearly inflation reduction, interest per annum, not nothing. Trade power and institution spread, trade power, merchant, trade power, and customer remote mercantilism. Trade steering's pretty solid. Are the burgers, gives them influence. Provincial government, state maintenance, global prosperity. Right now we're doing having governing capacity. Merchant republic, if we use union of states. Promoted cultures +2. Promote culture cost -50. That's 50%. Okay. Advisors increase point of yearly tradition level. Not seize crown land. So advisors rule culture. We could go with a parliamentarianism. I'm really uncertain how I want to play this because I don't want a ruler to become a dynastic ruler right now. Morale of armies, manpower recovery speed. I think we'll go with the manpower recovery speed because it's been very low for a long time and we're going to need a lot of it. We're going to need the manpower in the not too distant future. We have enough of this to core a lot of these. If we were to hit a core here, it's 182. We'd use up 182, which would not even fill all these. That's all we have right now. We have the cores already going on there. We could boost the stability. I kind of think that would be wise to do. Because our hitting a negative stability right now could be terrible. Internal conflict would immediately start running. Yep. Really? Rest is at least 1, stability is less than 3. Important country, that's a pretty brutal one. And to start it, we just have to get absolutism to at least 50. That seems like a seriously painful deal. Would have the following effects: national tax down by 20, goods produced down by 20, and max absolutism down by 20. And what happens if we were to end it? Can happen under the following conditions. Yeah, if our absolutism hits 50 and we have any unrest, stability is less than 3, we're going to get this event. I see why they had it. All right, I think we're going to boost this because I can't afford an internal conflict disaster brewing. Sale of titles, no thank you. Overextension is going to hit 1%, below 1% soon. Mombasa gets a local trade, local bonus. Not going to core anything, and I'm not going to sell titles, thank you. I don't see any. I mean, air is under Tunisia. We don't have cores here? What the heck? Why do we have not any claim on air? Okay, let's get a claim on air. War would be against Tunisia. Who does Tunisia have for allies? Tuscany and Berger. Morocco has the Mamluks. We could go after Morocco and the Mamlukan forces, which would allow us to take some more land in a couple spots here, like up the coast here, or across the Mediterranean coast, for instance. Also, we could feed territory to Aden. Possibly. Not right away, actually. Have to have a fight against Yemen again as well, and that's going to happen in 11 years. Unless Yemen has another ally, just Ethiopia, huh? You would have Portugal. That is an astonishing number of troops. 600,000 to just with Portugal. They would outgun us on infantry anyways. If I could get the English into this, that would become a distant war, but it would not be distant war when England was in the fray. Oh man, that might be the way to go, because that would be against Portugal, but then it would be who on which sides? The Ottoman and us against Portugal, which means somebody else would jump in on Ottoman side. Probably the Spanish. Or somebody else. Portugal, Great Britain might join in, but Great Britain, oh yeah, Great Britain would be fighting against their ally if it was the non-distant war. Poland is considered a major power, huh? And I wish we had more diplomats to send. We don't. All right, we'll keep focused down here for a little while longer. Air, we need land from air. Or are we going with Morocco? Let's do Morocco. We'll build a spy network in Morocco. What type of numbers are we getting monthly? Oh, 0.87 from Morocco, that's it? Claim a province like this one would take 16. Siege of Kala is done. Back up to Timbuktu, sir. You're done there. You can go over to the coast this way. How long on those ships? Quite a while. A year. Not bad. Okay, and Jenna can be in this territory to... No. And hand this territory to our vassal. It's fine. You're going to have some rebellion issues, but whatever. And we'll just take Burr for ourselves. It is gold territory. It's tiny development. Alright, so the Mali, we can't do that right now. I got my dude up there, so we got to pull him back. And then we got to wait 2 years. Persia has announced Kongo as a rival. I was wanting to bring them into a friendship status before that happened, but as Persia pushed into the top, they are in 6th place. Dang. The Ottomans are still rivaling them, right? No. That's not good. They... Nope. Nope, they removed the Ottomans as a... Oof, that's not good. Poland doesn't like Hungary, Burgundy, or Persia. The Ottomans hate for Austria, Spain, and Portugal. And Russia and Hungary hate them. Jeepers. Transaction is... I mean, they're not a superpower. They are unlikely to want to be of any interest to us either. Russia obviously doesn't like me at all. Sweden's not powerful enough to matter. Austria hates me. They don't hate me. Allied to the rival. Heretic religion. Just heretic religion with Portugal. Or with Poland. Maybe we can bring Poland in. We'll have some space in our diplomacy soon, by a tiny little bit. I think we would probably absorb like Gility and stuff like that. Well, we're going to end up losing Ethiopia as an ally within a decade. So I'd love to have them as a hammer against someone else. If we claim up this territory just before declaring a war and then immediately declare the war, Ethiopia would still join us in this war, I think, against Morocco. And then they would not be able to be like claiming this land. But I would have to really time that claim. I'd have to have like ships with dudes on the ships already ready to strike the land in these territories here. We do have our fort though in Suez, so that's awesome. Take the core, please. And that as well. And are you are stated. Oh, that's the wrong province. I'm like, why is that not working? All right. Still a ton of Persian troops. I don't know if Persia is going to get all up in my face about things, but they wouldn't be able to win that war because they would be versing. They have a substantial force, but versus the Ottomans and us, they're 2-1 outnumbered. They'd be against the Ottomans and the Ethiopians and Great Britain. So we would hold the upper hand there. Now that would be 3 superpowers against Persia, which would mean we could get like Portugal and Spain join them, and then we would very quickly become the underdogs. Jeepers. It is so precarious, it's nuts. So crazy. Wait, have to end these wars. Sue for peace, both of those provinces. Do some of that. Close that war out, thank you. Let time progress. Knock him out and come back. We do have Burr as a province here. Why? Oh, we don't have the core for it. We don't have the points for it. Spain was caught building spy network against us again. Way you we sue for peace, and both of those become Ouagadougou. He's back to 56.1 again. Where he was after the last war. Right. So this province, is this now core? It is an annexation. This province is core of theirs, okay. And this one was given to them recently. They are coring the province. Coring that province. Coring there. Cores are going in a number of places. Okay. I mean, they'll do the job. That's good. They're spending their admin points while I'm already spending my Diplo to annex them, so that rebellion is quelled. Quarantine a province. Cash-wise, we're at $400, and we have an income of 44. Positive profits of 44. We're dropping 0.17 on the annual, so we're not going up in this, but if we keep adding loans or doubling up our loans, then we are going up. Selling titles, no thank you. I know we do have one overextension core in Burr now. We need one more tick of the... There we go. Of that. Go ahead and convert there. Have 3 missionaries running. 4 Mamluks have announced this as arrival. Well, that's nice. Now we could do power projection things. We could also do... There's also a if you get 100% war score against somebody, you can just like, it's a rival, you can just straight up show power, what's it called? You get like 100 admin of each PowerPoint, which is super awesome. Yeah, I don't want that one as... but the end result is negative because we would just be better off taking territory. This can become a state. We don't have the points to make that 100 points. I mean, autonomy is better. Even if we don't core it, we just leave it as a territory. The autonomy is way better. It's in a state and a territory. Yeah. Alright. Making money, though. These are good. We've got our transport fleets. Version of heretics done in Zanzibar. There as well. Okay, how's the fleet doing here? Let's see. You group up, and we now have the 40 trade fleet. Good. You pop in there. Can we? Is it worth mothballing? I mean, we're spending an extra $16 because of our not enough naval frontier here. Let's do this. Spend some more bucks extending the naval force limit. No longer claim. Oh, those are provinces that were already taken up. I'm surprised we didn't get access into air. That's really kind of annoying. So, do we want air first or do we want Morocco first? Air gets us a war against Tunisia. This one comes against the Mamluks. We could cycle the truce against the Mamluks, but it's already coming up next year. This is everybody would join against that one, huh? How about over here? Great Britain would count that as a distant war. Man, I really want to get... Oh, hello. The heck happened to your numbers? You dropped substantially. This would be a substantial war. What we'd end up doing is taking this out with one set of troops here. Right, we just march up there, grab that stuff, and then everything else would go towards Portugal. The downside is the Portuguese have got to have some serious navy. That's just a few of them. That's over 80 transports. 26 heavy ships for the Portuguese fleet. Rio also has another 17 transports plus 16 and 6 for lights and heavies. So we already had them on the list. Yeah. That's a heck of a lot of ships. We need a full-on fleet collaboration to deal with them. And the problem is, all we'd be taking, Mara and handing it to Aden, which is totally fine by me. All that land would have to go to Aden. The downside is we'd be fighting. It'd be me, Ottomans. Oh my God, you're dealing with some problems. Nobles. Oh, they're just little splashes of nobles. Me and the Ottomans and Great Britain probably. At least me and the Ottomans against Portugal. Or Great Britain could conceivably come in on the other side, which would be absurd. Alright, I think we could do the Morocco Mamluk. Well, we still have Ethiopia. So let's go ahead and... Yeah, if I go after them directly, we got a whole bunch of other stuff. Right? We don't... Yeah, Russia joins. Don't want any of that nonsense. So let's go against Morocco. I don't need a big... Well, it'll be whatever we can take from them. We'll build a spy network on Morocco again. And we'll let time pass a little bit here to try to get ourselves these annexations finished. Which will actually reduce our battle capacity. That's interesting. That'll reduce our combat ability. I think I will... I can't even send him dude without... Oh. Bhutan's opinion goes up, or we lose a bunch and gain some army professionalism. I don't think I want to lose 2 grand right now. Dang it. There's no point in going after Timbuktu, to be honest. It's just, there's no point in it. Our core is done. Good. That might be Elber. Come on. No? There it is. So that makes you a state. We'll do that for sure. And another 100 admin point. There's just no way this is... Oh my god. This is just so insane. The cost of admin for these numbers are outrageous. I mean, we only have 69 right now, but we couldn't... They're fabricating claims against me. We don't have anything against them. We don't have anything against them. This is just silly. Go away, state making. Alright. Tunisian rebels. Well, let's bring somebody up to here then. And you're on naval reaction duty, so you can come up this way as well. That's our next rebel sentiment of any substance. Congolese particularists are still there. Still those 2 provinces over here, right? Nope, where'd they go? Now the provinces that are separatists are in or particulars are in different places. Where are you now, man? This one... Oh, Fernando Po, Sinai. You're able to take care of those, but the Fernando Po group is... That's fine, you're on an island right here. Dude's cruel, which isn't helping. Intolerance, separatism. Okay, we'll be able to easily take that guy out. Okay. Where are these particularists? Sumba and Mentawai. Sumba. Well, that's probably way over in the east. It is. Really? Where's the other one? Yep, over here. Ugh. 1 year for that. Well, we'll bring the ships over. There's nobody real close there, right? Attach. You come over this way. You're gonna land right there. You can react to all 3 of those from there. Socotra has also got... Truce with the Mamluks has ended, and with the Mamluk in Australia has ended. You are allied to Morocco. If I were to attack you directly, I get Russia. I don't have any option there. If I attack your colony, Russia joins as well. If we have a CB on, us would not join, Russia would join. And we wouldn't be able to bring anybody in. When Russia joined, then the Ottomans could be called in, possibly also Great Britain. Mamluks would join in, and then Ethiopia could be added in. So we could definitely do that. That's one option, which starts a different truce than... No, but that would still bring in Morocco. We'd end up with a timer on Morocco. What we need to do is fight Morocco and the Mamluks. The Mamluks would not bring anybody in on that. They're not the primary then. I mean, the Ottomans would just ransack through Russia again if we called them in on this war. So if we went to war against you, the Mamluks would get smacked silly. For sure. And then we could separate peace out Morocco for a quick truce, which would then allow us to bring Morocco back in, pulling the Ottomans back, or the Mamluks back in later. That's a possibility that might make sense. Hit the Mamluks directly instead. So we'll go over here, switch the dude to here. Oh, we could do a humiliate rival against them. That's interesting. Or we could humiliate rival against Russia. Not send a subject. Oh. Right. We need to spy network Tunisia. Portugal, you are at peace with everybody, huh? Except for England. Brittany has allies of Austria, Spain, and Utrecht, so they can't help France there. Yeah, there's a lot of weird situations here. If we start a war against the Mamluks, and Russia, and the Ottomans, Ethiopia, it would be two superpowers on our side, and that is a dangerous game. Now, who has truces with... You have truces with the Mamluks till 87. So Spain could not jump in on that without breaking a truce. I believe. Now, I could be wrong on that. But I think also Portugal and Spain have truces against them. So, I mean, Persia could come in, which would not be surprising if they tried to. They also have a truce. No, that's a truce against the Mamluks. So that's fine. They'd be able to join in. Yeah. It's the Ottomans they'd need to have a truce with. And none of them do. The Ottomans haven't been bloodied against the Europeans, as far as I know at all. Alright, well, gotta think this one through. We got a dude sitting there that, oh, he's taking... Yeah, they're taking issue because of the active... a location that they're sitting in. The president is now an architectural visionary. Construction costs down. Okay. Oh, our trader died. He was cheaper too. Diplo rep's really not of much help. Improved relations is. But again, that drops our number of points we're making now. We're at 84% of the oil, so that'll be nice when we open that up. We should not have done all three of them at once, obviously. That was a fool's choice. Renewed another 1,047 loan. Yeah, there's some tough decisions to be made here. I think we can spark the Mamluk War, intentionally separate peace off Morocco for nothing, white peace them out, and that'll set a timer, leaving them still allied with the Mamluks, 5-year timer, and then in 5 years we go back after Morocco, pulling the Mamluks back in for another bite of them. That's an option. Syria has independence guaranteed by Portugal. Persians don't have a lot of allies. They do not. But they're not small. Shirazan there, and the other one is not Persia. Sunda. Where are you? Wait, Sunda's down here, isn't it? Yeah. That's quite the rival, or quite the ally. Now, we could switch some attention into the Spice Islands here, so for some land grabs in that area, but I don't know that that's worth doing. Khmer and Bali. Bali, hi. Where is Bali? MB. Bali, Bali, Bali. Bali, down there. I mean, we are bordering their territory. We have no CBs against any of them. Like, nothing. No chance to attack anybody here. Without paying for it for... Yeah. Don't know which way we want to go. I do know I want to do one more thing before we end here. I want to go ahead and buy up some more naval properties. Increase the fleet ever more. Because that's going to matter in the long run. Any of those spendings are dropping our fleet costs already down by 6 for the last ones. That's per month, so that adds up pretty quick. I wouldn't mind getting rid of the debts. That would also be a good idea. We've got 3,600 in debt still, with only 4 debts. So that's crazy too. All right, thanks everyone. Have yourselves a great rest of the day. We'll see you in game.